Also, I noticed around about December or January on the Facebook page, someone who had had it done, they turned around and said when they looked in the mirror, they didn't feel like the teeth were theirs. Have you come across that?
There's
Lots or just...
it's a bit like
Oh,
there you
mine
go.
feel like mine.
Yeah,
They
I
definitely feel like
the
mine.
part of me, but
We can't account for individual adaptation. Over and over and over again on that group, I keep talking about how this is incredibly individual. You understand? This isn't B&Q. You're not going and all buying the same shelf. This is an incredibly individual journey emotionally for every single one of you. So Michelle, me giving you something that you've never ever had anatomically, it is your will that has forced the adaptation, which I didn't touch. I just gave you some hardware and I went, right, bugger off and adapt to it, and you've adapted beautifully. Now I can take another person and do exactly the same thing, and they may adapt sooner or later. One thing is inevitable. It is fixed. It is following anatomical contours. Your brain will adapt. Never ask me when, because I cannot answer that question. No one on earth can answer that question. With you, I saw your plan.
yeah.
I had to work with the anatomical limitations that your genetics give me, and I go, inside that envelope, this is what not only fits, but is also going to function predictably and stably every day for a very long time. That's what you've got. It's called, in my world, it's called optimal balance of clinical compromises. Perfect does not exist in corrective surgery. It just, you got to separate the marketing from the clinical facts. The marketing says, pay this amount of money and you will be perfect. That is bullshit. If you're considering this, you probably have a really big problem. Yeah. My solution is not perfect, but it is definitely the best we have clinically on the planet right now. You need to understand it. You need to go on a 2-year journey or however long it takes. And everybody's different. So you, it's 2 weeks, you, it's 2 years. You need to be mentally prepared to want to adapt to your new reality. But we live in a world, this is the other thing I find really odd, right? Because I've got friends of mine who are orthopedic surgeons, right? So apparently when a patient asks them, can you give me any guarantees? They turn around and go, my guarantee is I'm probably going to have to do this again in 10 years' time. And they go, okay.
That's why they won't give me a hip replacement at the moment.
Because
a knee replacement.
Because of the
it's
risk
only
of,
going to last 10 years.
But you see, again, this is the reality of corrective surgery. There is no such thing as perfect. What really winds me up is when I keep seeing this marketing, which is like, pay this amount of money, you'll be amazing. This is horseshit. This is not clinical. It's not commodity. We are having to do this for clinical reasons that will definitely improve your physical well-being, mental well-being, emotional well-being. We have to go through that entire checklist of things. We have to know that there's going to be an improvement in this patient on all these different levels. But I'm not promising anyone they're going to be 21 again.
I wish.
Yeah, but because I can't, because it would just be a lie.
Yeah.
This is the best we have.
Call it marketing garbage.
I'm sorry. Good.
That's what
Gordon,
it is.
you help me educate Gordon.
Yeah.
Stop getting on your high horse. It's not marketing garbage. We don't market. We educate
Nobody
people.
else, but you can see marketing garbage everywhere.
And that's the
Trying to
white
say.
noise. I think somebody again posted about the whole zirconia thing.
I think it was the whole Facebook page that got me to eventually come to 21D. There's that community.
Okay, don't hear it from me. Hear it
It's
from the
amazing.
thousands of people
Yeah.
who've already been through it.
Yeah,
Don't ask
it's
me.
amazing.
There they are. Ask them.
Yeah.
You know, I was speaking to Christine. We all know Christine. I was speaking
Yeah.
to Christine earlier on the phone, just, about other stuff. And I get blamed for everything, She says, VJ, I'm dreaming about this job while I'm asleep. And I'm like, okay, that's weird. This conversation suddenly got I said, Christine, you've only been here 6 months. And she goes, it just doesn't feel like a job. I said, why? And she went, because I get to talk to people and I relate to their sadness and I know the happiness that's coming. I'm just trying to guide them to that. And it doesn't feel like a job to me. And I said, why is that weird? And she went, all my other jobs have felt like jobs, not this one. And I was like, okay, so this conversation is getting very surreal. What are you actually trying to tell me? She said, I love this job. I said, you could have just said that and hung up. That would have been enough.
There's no judgment or anything about why you came to see us. And that's a benefit as well. That you don't judge why I've got no teeth.
But it's the...
And
okay, but as a medical professional, we're not supposed to judge why somebody's got an illness. We're supposed to find out why, but we're not there to judge them. We're there to go, can we help you? Can we find a solution that is right for you? My first point is, right, if I can fix this person now, what are the chances that they're going to stay this way the whole life? That's it. Because if I get it into my head that if I fix this and it's going to fall to bits in 5 years, I'm sorry, there might be some people watching who I've rejected. It will be one of the reasons will be I cannot guarantee the predictability. And if I cannot guarantee the predictability, we're going to do one of two things. I'm either going to go no, or I'm going to go wait, because the way I've seen technology develop over 27 years, something's coming. I just don't know when. It could be next month. I have no idea.
You gave me inspiration with that 84-year-old story. Because I was thinking, if I got 30 years, I'll be 87. But now I want to get to 100 and still be there.
My oldest patient now is 104 years old, right?
Wow.
Now, this guy must have treated him, what, 16 years ago? Right. This is the conversation. This is how weird the conversation gets. Hey, Victor, how's things? Great, VJ. I'm going salsa dancing on Tuesday. He's got his Zimmer frame in the corner, right? I'm going salsa dancing on Tuesday. I said, all right, Victor, why are you going salsa dancing? He goes, I need a woman. I don't like sleeping by myself. And I'm like, dude, you are 104 years old. And he said, I'm 21 in my mind. I said, right, okay. So, you know, when you
lot at any age, though, aren't they?
Yeah, but you know, when you say stuff to me like, oh, it's another 30 years. If Victor is anything to go by, it's a lot more than 30 years. It's not 30 years. Not if you got his spirit. And he says to me, he describes it as, I've always had the twinkle in my eye. I just didn't have the smile to match it. You gave it back to me, and now I've got both, which means I'm unstoppable.
Well, Dick Van Dyke's my hero.
Well, there you go, 100. Yeah, there you go.
Because he keeps himself young.
Yeah.
So
But
I don't believe I'm 57. I only think I'm 25.
I want to ask you something, Michelle. Tell me the things you do now that you would never, ever have done 10 weeks ago.
Well, apart from this face on for any videos, I would do videos of the dogs and stuff, but I'd always be behind the camera. It's just little things in my life, like going for appointments. Like I had to go to the garage, somebody rear-ended me, and just going down and speaking to people that I needed to speak to and not feel judged, and just, you know, to be myself and smile. I don't think my teeth never really held me back as such, but I'm just a lot more confident now just to do anything that I want, really.
Well, I don't want to embarrass you, but I definitely noticed the haircut change.
It isn't.
She said she's going to hairdressers on Thursday before.
Yeah, but you know what? You know the initial photos.
Oh no, I had a fringe, but that was more to do with the lines.
But I noticed, me personally, looking and watching your journey, I noticed a completely different energy, which I was so delighted to see.
Yeah, there is a lot of different energy, for sure.
But I
do think it's always there, but it was just very contained.
And now it's out.
Yeah. Now it's out.
Now it's out. You probably created a monster.
Michelle, are you the lady that does the sausage sandwich videos?
Shall I try to do it now?
Yes, do it now.
Okay, I have to think about it a little bit first. Hang on. So the trick with this is to go slowly and to breathe and not to rush. Okay. She sells seashells and sausage sandwiches on the seashore. That was good.
Well done.
Very good.
You see, if everybody did a
She
bit of
sells seashells and sausage sandwiches on the seashore.
this. So all of you lot that are watching, that are going, oh, I'm speaking, do that. I'm speaking funny. Do what Michelle did. Obviously, don't do it in public. You'll get locked up, right? Just do it behind closed doors or something. But this bit, this is so. Your daughter talked about this.
Exercises.
Allegra's video is
Every
up.
day.
Those
Actually, I
facial.
find I'm singing along to songs in the car now.
Great.
I don't care what people think about me when I'm singing.
Great.
So,
That's what we want. This is that combination of positivity and muscle training and all kinds of stuff, all happening. I love this. Do
I
we
mean,
have
I mean,
questions?
coming home on the next morning, I left at 5 from the hotel, so I wanted to be able to drive back like with no traffic.
That is hardcore.
And every single road sign I went by, I read it out. So if you're going south, Stoke-on-Trent and Stafford, like there's a lot of those. And it was so hard to say it at the start, but it was only me in the van. It didn't matter. It was like Stoke-on-Trent, Stafford, and if I couldn't say it, I just repeated it, and I just repeated it and repeated it until I could say it. But what I didn't do, I didn't repeat it incorrectly, so I wouldn't let myself say it wrongly. I sort of, if I could feel it was wrong, I would just say it again until I could say it. And then I think by the time I got home, I could say Stafford and Stoke-on-Trent absolutely fine.
But this isn't weird, because when you have a hip replacement, you have physiotherapy. You are taught how to move muscles again. Well, the physiotherapy for the mouth happens to be exactly what you did. She sells seashells on the seashore. That is the physiotherapy.
don't forget the sausage sandwiches.
And the sausage sandwich. Let's not forget about it. You're quite right.
Sausage sandwich is really hard to say.
Didn't do too bad on it for 20
Yeah, but
days.
considering, I hope you don't mind me sharing this, but you know what? I broke my own rule with you. So my rule with you is I looked at normally what I do when I'm looking at planning in complex cases in particular, I'm looking at the cheekbones. Okay? So everybody thinks I'm staring at the teeth. I'm not. I'm looking at your cheekbones. I'm looking at your eye sockets, and I'm looking at how far out your cheekbones are, and I'm sort of creating this map inside my head of where I think this new smile can sit. Because this is sort of like, if we consider the cheekbones and the side muscles as like drapes, we sort of get an idea as to how far these drapes can actually go. And I pushed yours, Michelle, to the absolute limit. The absolute. I just went,
They look great.
yeah, exactly. I just thought, I've got to give this woman that smile. I know what was in your head. I knew exactly what you wanted when I read your notes, and I thought, you're pushing it, VJ. And I just, no, you know what? It'll work, this. But the factor, the X factor is you. The X factor is your will. It is your absolute determination to adapt to the new you. And I think for everybody watching, don't forget that bit of you investing in adapting to the new you. You've been through it. You've definitely been through it. You're still going through it. I know there's still more to come. There's more to come out in terms of confidence in both of you. I mean, Christ, I don't know how we're going to move your level of confidence. It's already like sky high.
Everybody was just telling me to shut up. I don't shut up anyway, but everybody will be sick of hearing about them, I'm sure.
Yeah, but maybe it's just a question of it's all been bottled up for so long, and now it's like,
Oh, yeah.
boom, here you go.
Yeah, that's exactly how I feel. I feel there's like a lot to come out. And every photo, I'm like, well, it's got to be £1 a smile per photo, right? I've got to get my money back.
Yeah, but you see, that is the bit that keeps bringing me back to this. What I missed when I retired was I just stopped hearing the stories that I loved so much, stopped watching the changes that I love. I just missed it.
So you came back?
I had to. I couldn't. I was beginning to annoy my mum. I was winding. She in a very polite way said, "Son, bugger off. Right? Go do something useful. You're really getting on my nerves. Right? I can cook for myself. Right? I'm old, not dead. So bugger off. Go away. Right?" And I had to, and it was great. I'm really glad, because I miss this. I miss the joy of it all. I miss the on the other side. I miss the journey of, oh, I feel like shit today. Oh, I feel great tomorrow. Oh, I feel like I miss all of it. It's part and parcel of what we do, and the ability. One thing where I think all of us here are really lucky. We get to put a smile on people's faces. That's what we get to do. We get to create happiness, mojo, as I like to call it. Is your mojo back?
It's getting there.
It's getting there.
Yeah.
So the mojo level is going up. What about yours, Michelle? Is the mojo?
Oh, I'm good, and I smile at everybody. I smile at strangers when they let me pull out on the road. I smile at them and I flash my teeth at them, and they smile back.
I do
And I
do
do
that.
that
I do
every day.
smile if somebody smiles at me now.
Yeah, but again,
Yeah.
I'm just going to say this because I'm cynical and I'm old, right? But the world needs more of this. The world needs
yeah.
more people smiling at each other. We'd have less garbage going on, I think.
So it was like I've just been on a cruise to South America, which they class it as fared well. But they brought in different ports all these people, troops, dance troops, and they were all laughing and joking and dancing and singing and smiling because of music and dance. And that's what I think the world needs more: singing, dancing, and music.
Yep.
Yeah, but
And
it would.
just everyone.
But it would help, in my view, if there wasn't 1 billion people
Yeah.
who were trapped behind failing dentition, who all want to smile. Every child, you don't teach a child how to smile, it just smiles. So we know it's genetically hardwired into all of us. We're not designed to be conscious of not smiling. We're all designed to do that. I just hate it when it goes from people. And I love the magic of putting it back and seeing this radiance beaming straight back at me, or you sitting here talking to me and giving me a big grin and having a laugh and a joke, and what I like to call normal, just back to normal, and we can all just get on with our lives and do stuff.
Was there any questions on Facebook?
There is one. Are we having any improvements regarding GARD causing that lump? That's the question.
I was lucky I didn't get Mr. Lumpy.
Okay, I know
Me
I've
too.
reduced the instance of it in a lot of patients with the improvements I've already put in. I want to improve it. I just wish the chip manufacturers, like Nvidia, you know, that tiny little
Yeah.
company, would just get on with making better chips for me, but I'm not in control of that, you know, because everything I do runs on calculations. And if I have better calculations, I can create better anatomical guides. At this stage, this is the best I can do with the technology I have. So whoever asked that question, trust me, I'm not doing this to you on purpose. I have to produce the guide in a way where that surgery is so precise at delivery that we never do the surgery again. Okay, you're going to have Mr. Lumpy for a bit. Don't forget the context of where you started, and I'm trying to engineer you lot for life here. It's a big deal. It's like I need to build this once and never do it again. That would be great for all of us. So I hope that answers
Yeah,
their
thank you.
question.
Thank you. I just want to read something from Philip Taylor.
Yes.
Yeah, it says, not only has 21D changed my life for the future, you've turned me into a comedy novelist. How good is
Oh,
that?
this is Pip.
Yeah,
Pip,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
am one of your biggest fans, Pip. Never stop writing that stuff, right? I'm getting worried because you're going to go to sign off and you're going to stop, and that's going to upset me. I want you to keep writing, Pip, okay? Definitely don't stop writing. Sorry, go on. So you are a brilliant comedy novelist. Brilliant. I mean, you are a genius. I'm telling you, I read your stuff and it lifts me. I've heard you've read his stuff.
Yeah,
haven't
I've
you?
read his stuff.
It's brilliant. This is what. Never stop, Pip. Never ever stop. Okay. That was brilliant. So look, thank you both very, very much for coming on and sharing this, and I hope this has been beneficial to you.
Yeah.
You know, you telling me about how you felt and how you feel now. man, this is why I do this job. You know, people think I'm weird. Yeah, all right, get over it. I'm weird, right? But I get a buzz out of this. Some people like certain. I get a buzz out of being able to get you guys to where you are now, and to be able. You said this, Michelle. You said you would never, ever, ever do a YouTube video, and
No,
look
never.
at you now. Look at you now, just natural, just beautifully articulating your truth. I love it.
I wouldn't have dreamed of doing it a year ago. So,
Well, you can't say that no more.
no.
We're on the other side
But
now.
I thought, because I've seen on Facebook a lot of people talking about mental health on the Facebook page, that it's important, because I was brought up in a generation that told me men don't cry, men don't show emotions. But like I said, that song, because Jelly Roll is this 6'1" guy, tattoos all over his face, all over his body. He's been to prison, and there he is singing about his problems. And if he can do it, any man or anyone out there can go and talk. Talking is the most important thing, I think.
As a clinical professional, there are certain things that you do not get prepared for when you go to medical school or dental school or whatever it is. One of the earliest memories I have in doing this was a patient who came to see me, and very quiet. I went about, it's all, one word answers, hello, hi, that kind of stuff. Took the scans. I hadn't even said anything. I'd sort of looked at the scans, but I hadn't had time to analyze it or anything. And this person just grabbed me by the hand and said, if you don't help me, I'm going to try and kill myself again. And I just froze, because this person had said nothing. And I just turned to this person and I went, what, because of this? And this person said to me, my life's a living hell. And I don't want to continue if you can't fix this. Now, I wasn't prepared for this. I wasn't prepared to hear this. And I remember going home, I don't even know how I got home, because all I could think about was what this person had said to me. Okay, I found them a solution, and I'm glad to say I still see this person now. And we've never had that conversation ever again. It's like it never happened, but we both know it happened.
Yeah.
So when you talk about mental health, I get it.
Yeah. But even 2 years ago, I would never have told it. That's all I went to see a counsellor. That's all I started going to Andy's Man Club to begin with. And it was them who told me that maybe you need more. So I would give a shout out to Andy's Man Club as well.
Good. You see, and that's the other thing about that community.
Yeah.
I want people to feel safe about speaking openly about things like this, because it's all connected. How you feel about you is connected to your well-being so intimately, and it shouldn't be a social scourge, as you called it. A social scourge. I mean, this is 2026. We're not living in the bloody Middle Ages. We know that human beings are living for longer than they've ever lived before. We know we need to replace bits, and it's not people's fault. And even if it is their fault, everyone deserves a second chance. Everyone deserves a second chance. Don't judge. Don't just say, I can fix this, I can't fix this. That's it. Keep it binary, keep it simple.
I think for me, the actual reaching out initially was the hardest.
Yeah.
To be like that vulnerable. And I am a crier, but I have never cried as much as I've cried over this. So
Really?
it's good to do brave stuff, isn't it? It's good to be vulnerable, and it's good to push yourself and do brave things. That's good for your soul.
Yeah, but it's incredibly human. We wouldn't be human.
Yeah, absolutely. We are humans.
Yeah, exactly. We wouldn't be human if we weren't vulnerable, if we weren't brave from time to time. Children express all these emotions freely and beautifully. Something gets lost in adulthood, where apparently you're not supposed to be what you were absolutely programmed to be at birth, which is human. And that's the key to this. As a medical professional, it's not a function. We're not performing a function. You're not going to B&Q and saying, can I have that shelf? And me going, yeah, here's the box. But it's not that. It is so much more connected than that. We know that our responsibility is not to your teeth. We know our responsibility is to you as a whole. And we see that unravel through this journey. That's why we don't call it a treatment. There is a treatment element to it, but it is a journey leading to a solution that solves a problem that can't actually be, you can measure things like how healthy is the gum, but I can't measure how good you feel about you, but I can see how good you feel about you. I can see how good you feel about you. I can't measure it, but do you have to measure everything? Or is it just enough that you can see that this person is in a better place? You know what I mean?
Yeah. I would like to apologise to Pip as well, because I dragged the mood down after. We should have ended there.
No,
He
hey, Pip.
is hilarious.
Pip, keep doing your comedy stuff, okay? Don't worry about Mike, okay?
Oh, I'm in
Pip
a
did a
better
brilliant
place now.
post today
I am in
about
a better
singing,
place
about
now.
singing to help your speech. It was a really good post.
It was. That was brilliant.
It was
I
really
read
good.
that today, and I love the playlist. The playlist is
Yeah,
great.
the play-
So
I was hoping when I had my new teeth that I'd be able to sing, but I can't. I can whistle
No,
well,
neither
but I
can
can't
I.
sing.
yet,
I still can't sing.
Come on, give it a chance. Yet.
My wife's been
Yet.
complaining for 30 years
Yeah.
that I'm tone deaf, and I still sing, and I don't care that it drives her mad.